So good to see human beings out in life right now. I've been quarantined forever, so this is my first day outside in real life, and it's wonderful. Welcome to Music City Prep Clinic's drive-in appreciation dinner and a show. Honk, please honk, yeah. If you guys feel it, honk, applause. Let's bring some energy to the situation. You are allowed to clap. Please clap as loud as you possibly can. Should be fun, and we're here to celebrate you guys for all the wonderful work that you guys do. You're a great cause, and I love that. We're here to celebrate your milestones. We're here to celebrate your accomplishments, and I think this is a great organization. Also, what's great is this wouldn't happen without you guys. So I'm glad that you guys are out here celebrating, having a good time, because I've had a hard year. You had a tornado come and rip through your center, so at least that we can have some fun tonight, hopefully. I'm really excited to be here, though. I'm excited about this organization. I spoke to Rob, and I learned a lot about this organization. I spoke to Rob, and I learned, the first thing I learned, speaking to Rob, is that a 15-minute meeting with Rob is not a 15-minute meeting. It is going to go as long until one of your cell phone batteries dies, and mine was an hour and a half. I feel like our conversation was so long that I felt like it was a Hanukkah. Hanukkah was faster than speaking with Rob. I'm joking. I'm not trying to roast Rob, but I feel like whenever you roast someone as a comedian, it's a term of endearment, or at least that's what we tell my mother-in-law. That's what we tell my mother-in-law, because all my jokes are just slamming that bitch. Thank you. You guys can honk at any time. I've been heckled. I've had beer bottles thrown at my head, so we're good. You guys can do whatever you want to the host. We're good. I can handle it. But I am excited. When I spoke to Rob for 3 hours and 4 seconds, I really enjoyed the passion that he had. He spoke to all the employees. He said how wonderful you guys are. You can tell that he really cares about the organization. When you're a comic and you come into these events and you do you're hosting, you never know where you're really going to get into. Is it a really good organization, or are you really hosting for Hitler Youth of America? And I'm glad that it's definitely not the latter. I feel like what you guys do is a great thing. He also told me a lot of stuff. He told me that you guys are the second largest nonprofit in Middle Tennessee, which is amazing. Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause, a round of honks for that. And when he said that, I tried to figure out which organization did more for the gay community, YMCA or PrEP. And after doing my research, as soon as YMCA started having saunas in steam rooms in their organization, they hands down beat you guys. Hands up and down vigorously. Hands up and down quickly. Let's get the party started. If you guys want to turn your attention to the big screens, they're going to play the evolution of Music City Prep, and make some noise out there for our DJ for the night. DJ for the night. Right there. Griffin Green, DJ Griffin Green, guys. Thank you. I've been Peter Depp.
So if a boy want to test you, tell him come, come. And if a man want to test you, tell him come, come. So if a boy want to test you, tell him come, come. And if a man want to test you, tell him come, come. What you waiting for? Put your back in it, just a little more. Throw your waist in it now. Turn your body up and work it hard and low. When you finish that, how when you go down to? What you waiting for? Put your back in it, just a little more. Throw your waist in it now. Turn your body up and work it hard and low. When you finish that. It's time for me to take it. I'm the boss right now, not gonna fake it. Now when you go down, 'cause this is my game, and you better come to play. I used to hold my freak back, now I'm letting go.
Give it up for DJ Griffin Green. Are you guys ready for your next performers? Make noise. I need to hear a lot of noise. I need to hear so much noise right now. Tons more noise, just a lot of noise. Your next performer is coming to the stage like a wrestling match. Give it up for Man Relic.
How many of y'all know this song? Taking it back, y'all. That was sick. That was a thing. What you feel, yeah. What you love, yeah. To be real. Ah. I think I love you, baby. I love you, too. Ah, real. Ooh, you're not for real now. No, 'cause your love is my love. My love is your love. My love is real too. Oh. How many of y'all ready to get funky tonight? This hit that ice cold, Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. This one for them good girls, got the beast. Wildin', wildin', living it up in the city. Love song, I get around, but it gets too hot. Don't lead to the fireman, too hot. dragging out of retirement. It's too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. Bam, bam, that money. Girls say your hallelujah. Girls, honk with me. Girls say your hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk gonna honk. Saturday now we inspired. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, I want y'all to sing with me. Uptown, funk you up. 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 Uptown. 1, 2, 3. Dance, jump on it. You sexy, gon' flaunt it. Go dance, jump on it. You sexy, gon' flaunt it. If you feeling funky, jump on it. Sexy, don't frown it. Don't Saturday night, we in the spot. Don't believe it, just fly. Ow! Don't believe it, just watch. Don't believe me, 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 just watch. Hey, 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 ow! Say what? Do the bird. Do the bird. All right. Y'all ready for this? Oh, I know y'all know this one. Don't have to be beautiful to turn the eye. Just be just down, baby. Don't just pretend on. Don't need experiences to turn the eye. Just live love to me. Show you what it's all about, yeah. Don't have to be rich to be my girl. Don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign, no compatibility. I just want you. It's the time. And you what? Oh, I heard y'all. That's how we party. Ooh, I think I'm gonna dance. Woo! Gotcha. We got Krista on guitar. Break. Women like us rule my world. They said they rule my world. Not your ways, not your shoe size. Maybe we can do the twirl. You don't have to watch Game of Thrones to have an attitude. You give it all up to me. My love will be your food. Yeah. Don't have to be rich to be my girl. Don't have to be cool. Rule my world. It's the time. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Remember, no drums. Who here likes Lady Gaga? It's been a long time since I've been around. It's been a long time since I've been around. Been a long time since I'm back in town. This time I'm not living with you. You don't let me really whiskey all. I'll do anything I can to be your baby doll. This time I'm not living with you. Sit back down where you belong in the corner of the bar with your high heels on. Sit back down on the couch where we made love first. Something about something lonely nights with lipstick on your face. Something about the cool Nebraska guy. Something about baby you and I. Cause you can't live on them overload. Muscle cars have to pump that through your heart. On my birthday you sang me a heart of gold with the cars humming and no clothes. This time I'm not leaving with you, babe. Where you belong in the corner of your bar with your high heels on. Some back down when you listen to me. Made love first time and you say it to me. Something about this place. Something lonely nights and the lipstick on your face. Something about the Nebraska guy. Something about baby you and I. You and I. You and I. Oh, you and I. Oh, you and I. You and I. Woo! You and I. Oh, yeah. First to what you want for me. Baby, don't pay rent, 'cause you don't buy a house in heaven. There's only 3 men that I'ma serve my whole life. It's my daddy, Nebraska, and Jesus Christ. Something about the chase. Lonely nights and the lipstick on your face. Can I get some more guitar? Something about you, that's right. Nebraska, November, I love you. You and I. You and I. Yeah, live or die. You and I. You time since it came around. Been a long time, now I'm back in town. This time I'm not leaving without you. Thank you! Man Rillick, thanks for having me. Y'all have a good rest of your night.
Brody Ray here from America's Got Talent. I just wanted to drop in and congratulate everybody, the Music City Prep Clinic, on an amazing year with more than 3,500 patients and counting. That's phenomenal. Good job, guys, and thank you for all your hard work and dedication to finding new ways to serve the Nashville community around the tornado and COVID-19. And thanks for voting. Woo!
Hi there, I'm Joe Woolley, CEO of the Nashville LGBT Chamber of Commerce. We wanted to congratulate our Titanium member, Music City Prep Clinic, for an incredible 2020. What a year it's been. The city and our community and our members have faced so many challenges. It is wonderful to see a member thriving in the face of obstacles. This is exactly what Music City Prep has done this year. From having their clinic damaged by the tornadoes to completely rethinking and re-engineering how to serve their patients in the midst of the COVID-19 epidemic, the staff figured it out and made it work. We also wanted to say thanks. Thanks for being a member and supporting the Chamber's work and the community at large. And thanks for empowering Middle Tennesseans to live an HIV-free life through PrEP, medication, education, anti-stigma campaigns, and the other support that you offer. We can't wait to see what 2021 has in store. Congrats again.
Hi guys, I'm Ty Herndon. Congratulations to Music City Prep Clinic on an incredible year. You guys, this is so amazing. With more than 3,500 patients and counting. Pretty cool.
How you guys doing? You guys still doing good? You guys want to make some noise? How was Man Relic? You guys want to give it up for Man Relic? That was really fun, right? Rockin' good time. Now for the most important part of the event, graphs and charts and how we keep the lights on. Please give a warm welcome, round of applause, to Music City Prep Clinic's Executive Director, Rich McKinnon.
Oh my gosh, I am so happy. Are y'all happy? So many organizations around the city or community in the world have been forced to cancel events and reduce services. Somehow, this amazing team has expanded services, and we had our event anyway. And I hope you're having a great time and a safe time tonight. This is the third annual appreciation dinner. And the point of the dinner was initially, at the very first one, was for me to say thank you to the handful of volunteers that joined us on this mission. At the time, there were maybe a dozen of us. We sat around one table at Maggiano's, and we called that a year. The second time we met was again at Maggiano's. This time, it was the largest space they had. It was 3 interconnected halls, and we had celebrated going from 100 patients to 1,000 patients in the first year, in that year right there, okay? And I said that when we meet again in November 2020, we will not be able to meet in Maggiano's because we will have doubled in size in staff, doubled in size in patients, doubled in size in revenue, doubled in size in budget. We would have to meet someplace else. And that's what we're doing today. We're meeting someplace else because we can't fit in Maggiano's anymore. So the other interesting thing I want to point out is when I said we were going to double from November 2019 to November 2020, I didn't realize that we had the capability of almost quadrupling. We went from 1,000 to 3,500 patients in just 12 months. Again, thank you so much to the amazing team. All right. I appreciate you, the community appreciates you, the management Music City Prep appreciates you, the board appreciates you, our patients appreciate you. I'm going to quickly walk you through kind of a year in review and a look at what's coming up. Okay, so one of the things that we like to do at Music City Prep is establish a slate of corporate objectives. These are selected by the board. If the team accomplishes the corporate objectives within the period of time, this current slate of objectives goes from July of this year through the end of the year. And then there's a performance bonus associated when we hit all these objectives. One of the main things about this is it makes sure that we're all rowing in the same direction because we are focused on this set of things that we must do. And there's no question about what's important to us between July through December. All right, so I put hearts by all the objectives that we have already met. There's only one that we haven't quite met yet. I'll just walk you through them really quickly. It said reach patients 3,000 by December 31st. We are already at 3,500. We'll be closer to 4,000 by December 31st. Okay. The next objective is about Descovy. I think you all have heard that, the main PrEP drug that we've all been using is called Truvada, and that Truvada has gone generic. So what's going to happen to the business model of the clinic if everybody stays on a generic drug? We have a plan, and that is if it's medically possible and reasonable and appropriate, we switch to Descovy. So we had a goal to have as many patients we can, and we set that for 40% by the end of December 31st. As of today, we're at about 65%. So again, congratulations to the team and to the patients for embracing Descovy. The next corporate objective is about the mobile clinic. It's very, very important to be able to have this mobile capability. Not all of our patients can come into our offices and see us. Especially with the pandemic, people are staying at home. They're not even going to work. We can only do so much through telemedicine. The mobile clinic allows us to bring our services out to wherever you are, and we have been having to ramp up. And basically, this goal was 10 mobile clinics a month. That's a shift, 10 mobile clinics a month. We're going to get there by the end of the year. Right now, we are at 8, so I'm pretty sure we're going to do it. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, the next item up is, all right, please don't let me fall off this dang stage. All right, the next item coming up is in-house STI treatments. This was kind of a tough one. This is getting pretty medical as far as I'm concerned, right? Giving people pills through the mail to swallow, that's kind of easy. STI treatment that involves getting an injection in our offices is kind of the next level. And it was very important that we gain the capability to do this because prior to having this capability, if we found out that you had an abnormal STI result, we had to send you someplace else to get that treatment. We had to send you to Lents. We had to send you to primary care. We don't need to send you anywhere anymore. You can stay with us. We will give you that injectable, and you'll have the same great experience that you can have at Music City Prep, and it's the funnest injectable you can have. Okay, so the next item, community support. Okay, so one of the great things about our business model is that it allows us to generate a pretty decent amount of cash, meaning that we don't have to compete with our other nonprofit partners for scarce grants. Unfortunately, these grants that are out in the community don't sustain our partners as well as they could, and so we have pledged to give money to our partners through what we call partner strengthening grants. This one here is $250,000 by the end of the year. We've already exceeded that. We've given more money away in this last 6 months that already meets our budget for the following 6 months. It's pretty close to $0.8 million. So again, thank you very much for that. Okay, and what does that one say? Management training. Okay, yes. So I should have these corporate objectives memorized, right? But I'm nervous, so give me some credit. All right, so management training. One of the things that I wanted to focus on with the startup of this healthcare organization is try to build one that wasn't like any other healthcare organization, even though we are in a healthcare town. So our original founding management team have been almost purposefully recruited from hospitality and food and beverage. Because, yes, let's hear it for hospitality and food and beverage. All right. Because the management at these organizations inherently understand what it means to make your customers happy. It's all about the service industry. And so I thought that's how we should lead. We should lead with making our customers happy. And so management training this year, it was about let's get everyone and the whole staff trained in kind of the Disney way of getting, of making customers happy, improving the customer experience, our patient experience. So we are in the process of completing our Disney training. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go there, but we are going to continue to invest in our staff to make sure that we are very customer oriented. All right, the next item is, what does that say? Patient satisfaction. We're going through tremendous growth, crazy growth. The first year we went from 0 to 100, then 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to essentially 4,000. You know, we have proven that patients will come to us and we can't grow fast enough to keep up with them. We just need to make sure that once we have you as a patient, we don't lose you as a patient, that we keep you happy. So this corporate objective is about launching our very first patient satisfaction initiative, and there we go. And then the last objective is employee satisfaction. There are employees here that I've never met before. We're growing that fast. We're adding like 2 employees every month. There are so many new faces, and it's very hard to maintain a cohesive team. And also there's the pains of rapid growth. This is our first employee satisfaction survey to make sure that we're keeping our team members happy and focused. All right, here we go. All right, so we had a staff satisfaction survey. Let's take a look at it. All right, this was an aspirational question. We had several questions, but this is an aspirational question. Is this the best job you've ever had? It's in our employee handbook when you come on board for the very first time. Is this the best job you've ever had? Of our respondents, 67%, a full 2/3 said this is the best job we ever had. And I think that means we're doing a pretty good job. So thank you very much. Okay, looking back, this is just a very brief slide to remind you of how we've grown, but with pictures, right? 2018 was basically about living out of a cardboard box, right? All of our patient records, our forms, our Post-it notes, all of this stuff was in a little cardboard box, and we unpacked it wherever we went, laid it out on a card table, then we put it away. The next year, we were able to invest in a $1,000 storage cabinet. All right, and we moved into a storage cabinet. That cabinet was in one room of one building that we couldn't afford to pay rent, so they gave us the money, or gave us the room for free. The next year, 2020, we got to move into Park Center. 615, Center 615. All right, and we started off with one office there. 615 is here, they're in the house. We had one office there. Now we've grown to so many offices, I can't really keep track, and we're trying to get more. Okay, so thank you so much. The co-working phenomenon is unbelievably supportive of startups who have no idea how fast they're going to grow. I kind of had an idea, but no one would believe me. So, you know, it's really great to be able to rent space on a month-to-month basis. That's so important when you're trying to budget. Okay, so we moved from a cardboard box to, next slide, a grocery store. All right, I think you all have heard the rumor that we bought Bill Martin's grocery store down over in 5 Points. It's a 15-month project. We're 3 months in. It's super exciting. I want to say this is going to be our forever home, but that's ridiculous. We've already outgrown it, okay? So what I want you to know is it's just one of many brick and mortars that we will likely have. So anyway, stay tuned for that. We're really going to transform 5 Points with the things that we have planned there. All right, patient growth. This is just a pretty chart showing our patient growth. If any of you all have been to business school, this is a textbook example of how to grow. And it's so unbelievable. Again, it just shows you it on a quarter-over-quarter basis of what our growth looks like and where we're projected to be at the end of this quarter. All right, and then the next slide will show us where we're going to be in a year. So I'm predicting we're going to grow by another 50% by next time we meet. All right, we're going to go from about 4,000 to 6,000 patients. Now, just like I did last year, I kind of sandbagged it. I said to y'all, we're already growing so fast, Let's grow from 1,000 to 2,000. Let's double it. And you all looked at me like I'm crazy because we were all working super hard and like, we're gonna go double. We went almost quadruple. I'm sandbagging it. I'm telling you right now, I'm saying 50%, but don't be surprised if we beat that, because that's what I want us to do. We're gonna beat that. Quality of care. This again is getting back to the patients and making sure the patients are happy. So there are many ways you can survey your customers. You can see them like on Amazon and with different restaurant reviews on Yelp. There's a way of like giving a score from 1 to 10. I'm not really happy with that method. I like a meaner, harsher method that really raises the bar on the staff. So if you remember, you're taking standardized tests in college, there's like right versus wrong. If you get something wrong, you're penalized. And this is the way we're going. We're going with right versus wrong because an aw shit is worse than one attaboy. In fact, the way we're measuring it's 3 times worse. You get one aw shit that wipes out 3 attaboys, okay? So this methodology is called the Net Promoter Score, and it comes from the Harvard Business School. And basically it asks a simple question. Will you recommend us to others? It's very simple. The customers have no idea, the patients have no idea that the answers are weighted. Okay? In a normal system, if someone gives you a 10 and someone gives you, let's see, we'll call it a 6, 10 and 8 is 16, you divide by 2, 8 is the average. That's not the way this works. In our system that we're using from Harvard, the Net Promoter Score, if someone gives you a 10 and someone gives you a 6, we get a 0. A 0. We're very, very, very tough on ourselves, okay? So the next slide before we show it, I just want to give you a preview. Most companies, when they hire a consultant to come in and see how you're doing and see how much your customers love you, they are shocked. They are shocked at how low their Net Promoter Scores are. And the consultants will usually say, you're not going to like it, all right? So what I'm going to show you next is a comparison with providers. These are the people that examine you, the healthcare industry in general, and what we at Music City Prep got. Here we go. Lower right-hand corner, providers get a 9. This is nationwide, and that comes from Accenture, okay, and formerly Arthur Andersen. Lower left-hand corner, healthcare industry as a whole, 27. Upper right, Music City Prep, 96. 96. All right, this is unheard of. In fact, it's unbelievable, almost like everything else we do. It's kind of unbelievable, but I'll show you the numbers. I mean, this is based on 435 responses, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then we'll get like a 5. And the whole point is, when we see that 5, my staff knows I'm gonna go to them and say, what happened? We look at every single score that is not a 9 or a 10. Very important. In fact, we have it's an incident report. I literally take negative feedback as if the building was on fire. It's an incident report. Isn't that right? We investigate it, we figure out what we did wrong, and we track it down, we fix it. Okay? All right. Challenges. There are always challenges. We're growing. We did all the good stuff. Now let's just focus a little bit. And sorry for all that don't work with us, but this is also kind of a work meeting. Okay? All right. The risks are very COVID related, unfortunately, because COVID is introducing a randomness and unpredictability into an otherwise pretty predictable business model. What happens if businesses continue to go out of business and patients who are employees at that business lose their jobs and lose their health care? Patients losing their jobs or getting laid off and losing their health care is a major risk for us, because one of the things that we're able to do is when patients with good health insurance come to us, we then take the profits and we reinvest it in the nonprofit and in the patients that have who are underinsured or uninsured. It's sort of a Robin Hood model, a redistributed model. Yes, it's almost socialist. We're taking the money from people who have great insurance and paying the cost of the people who don't, all right? If too many people who have great insurance lose their jobs, we could be in trouble. So this is a risk, and we watch it very, very, very closely. The second item is the supply chain. I'm sure you all have heard about PPE. This is the protective gear that we all wear while we're providing service. The PPE, for the most part, is not made in America. It's made overseas. What happens when we can't get a hold of it? Well, then we it gets very hard to deliver care safely. We're concerned about PPE. We're concerned about how it gets here if the aviation industry is disrupted. We're also concerned about just basic things like the specimen cups and the swabs. Do you have any idea where those are made? They're not necessarily always available, all the testing gear, okay? And then finally, the medication itself. Some of those raw materials come from outside of the country. We are dependent on an international supply chain. COVID is adding some instability there. This is something we need to focus on. Finally, sick staff. We're here to appreciate the staff and all the hard work that they do, but if the staff gets sick, we're stuck. Game over. Which is why we've had to come up with really creative, innovative events like this to keep the staff as healthy as possible. And everybody on the team, please, please remember, even when I'm not here looking at you, when you're at home having fun, don't get sick. I don't want you to feel pain, but also if you get sick and you get other people on the staff sick, game over for us. Keep that in mind. Stay healthy. Remember the team. Remember the patients and the mission we're trying to serve. We're trying to end HIV in Nashville. We won't ever end that pandemic if we let this other pandemic wipe us out, okay? So please, staff, stay safe and healthy. Okay, looking forward to get to 6,000 patients. We're gonna have to increase our patient base by 50%. We're going to have to increase our revenue by 50%. We're gonna have to grow our staff by 50%. And again, I said we're adding new jobs at the pace of about 2 per month. It's phenomenal considering a lot of local businesses in Nashville are reducing the workforce. We're continuing to grow. We're investing in the community with real estate. Unbelievable. The next one is talking about telemedicine. This is something that we're going to have to increase in order to get to 6,000 patients. The telemedicine with home testing kits and sending out the medications through the mail is going to enable us to spread throughout the state. I think that we're going to need to do that. I don't know how many more gay men are left in Nashville that can become our patients, all right? So anyway, that's an important thing we'll need to do. And then finally, mobile clinics. We're going to use mobile clinics to augment our physical presence all throughout the state and even at the borders because we have so many people coming to us from Kentucky. So many. And so we're going to deploy our mobile clinics to the borders to take care of all those people that don't have this service in their states. Okay, this is just a kind of a rendering of what this building is going to look like. It's going to have 4 operations in it. It's going to have the specialty care clinic. That's us, the Music City Prep Clinic as we exist today. And this is kind of an announcement for some of y'all. We're going to have an LGBTQ primary care practice in there because we get, all right, yeah, we get so many questions. Where can I find a gay doctor, right? And so this is going to finally answer that question. It's going to be a coordinated practice where it shares the same waiting room, the same parking lot, and also the same concept of your car is your waiting room if you don't want to be in a waiting room, that type of thing. And it's going to be basically a 21st century healthcare facility that understands how to redesign in the middle of a pandemic. So you should feel safe and happy and tranquil in there while you're getting your sexual health care. There will also be an LGBTQ community center, and it will be available to the community for free for their events, for their exhibits, their lectures, art projects, whatever it is. And where do we come up with these ideas for the primary care practice and the community center? We got it from the work that Nashville Pride came up with, the community survey of what is needed in the community. And then rather than waiting for the community to do these things, we decided to do them ourselves. So we're going to put these things into play and give them back to the community. All right. And then finally, the fourth thing is there's going to be a restaurant there, an LGBTQ-oriented restaurant/bar in that same building. So, and the reason why we're doing that, because we think it's important. As you know, we spend a lot of our time in bars because that's where our patients, our customers are. This is actually moving the bar closer to healthcare. Thank you, everybody. This is a picture of us from the corporate retreat. I think the boring part is over. Yay! Yay! So this is an important part because it is an appreciation dinner. This is where we formally appreciate those individuals that stood out, individuals and organizations that stood out this year and made this year possible for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the next person. So what is this first category called?
Presenter coming to the stage for Partner of the Year, Rob Burkhead.
Partner of the Year, Rob Burkhead presenting.
To be clear, I'm not the Partner of the Year. I'm presenting the award. I'm Rob Burkhead. I'm the office manager at Music City Prep, and we're sort of the back office of the clinic. We help get the prescriptions filled every month. We work with the pharmacies, the patients, and the insurance companies, and we're called the bullpen. Let's hear from the bullpen. Everybody, yay for the bullpen. Woo! I'm also the marketing director, and Nick Maynard works with me in marketing. Give a big round of applause to Nick. And I'm here to present the Partner of the Year. But before I do that, I think there's something we kind of all need to talk about. Let me get my beard on. Rich McKinnon. Rich McKinnon, I mean, he's an interesting fella, isn't he? I mean, what kind of person does it take to have a vision like Music City Prep, to have the business sense and the intelligence to put together and make it happen this fast? I mean, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, you from the outside probably look in and go, wow, how do they do that? That Rich is really smart. Well, us from the inside, we go, how do we do that? Rich is really smart. And he's taken a bunch of regular people, just regular people like me, and he's given us opportunity, and he's pushed us to new limits and heights, and we've accomplished more than we ever thought we could ourselves. I mean, every time he gives us a new number, like, what? We can't believe it. And I can't lie. I mean, he's a slave driver sometimes, and it drives me crazy. But we're so happy for Rich, and we're so glad that he's here. And I want him to come up here just a second. I just want to, Rich, come on up here. He didn't know I was going to do this, and we don't have an award for him or anything. But I want us to all to participate in a really sappy brown nose moment. This is our moment to really brown nose our fearless leader here. On the screen, you'll see some lyrics, and we're going to sing to him. And if you're in the car, if you don't, it's not raining anymore. If you feel comfortable, if you could just step out. And I want us to, the ladies are here to help me sing. And we're going to sing this song, just one quick little verse, and use as much body language as you can to show him that you mean it. And this is going to be a suck up to the boss that he'll never forget, okay? So hit the music, and let's get, got the music going, okay? I want you to channel your inner Rod Stewart, and we're going to sing. Okay, good. And lady, okay, everybody now, okay?
Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do.
Everybody honk your horn for Rich McKinnon. We love this guy. And we're also glad he came to Nashville. Oh, let me just say one other thing. You might think, the bosses never get appreciation because they get paid the big bucks. Well, Rich, most of his time at Music City Prep hasn't even gotten paid. He only recently started getting paid because the board of directors made him do it. So this is an incredible man, and we love him. Okay, I'm here to present the Partner of the Year. And the Partner of the Year goes to an outside organization or company that works with us to help us achieve our mission, and they're parts of the puzzle that really turbocharge what we do. And Avita Pharmacy was the first one to receive this award, and they're like our eternal partners. They're in Louisiana, and they fulfill all the prescriptions for us. And there's a bunch of them here tonight. There's Jerry Purcell, who's the CEO. We've got our brother Steve Scortino, who's our sales, or he's our liaison guy. Let's see, there's Chris, and there's Shelly, and there's Daryl. Daryl's going to be in charge of the new pharmacy in our new place. So we love you guys. They're like the ultimate kind of partner of the year. Then last year, Park Center got the award, and Rich mentioned that we rented space for $1 for a year, basically free, and they got the award last year, and we'll be eternally grateful for them. But this year, we've had a new group join our family that's made a huge difference. Back when Rich and I started working together in January of 2019, we were doing the marketing and advertising basically on Facebook. And we got really creative and figured out how to put it on Grindr and Scruff. And therefore, I could have the company pay for my membership. And just kidding. And we did pretty well. And by summer, we also did events. It's when the drag nurses and the go-go boy doctors, we did events with them. And then it just got to be a really big job, and we knew we needed some help. And where do you go to find a group that can help you find the gays? Well, we looked in Gay Mecca, which is West Hollywood, California, and we found a group, a person that not only was digitally marketing savvy, they knew how to find who we were looking for, and we partnered with them. Show them on the screen. Start scrolling through some of those slides of some of the advertising. You've all seen it. It's on Grindr and Scruff and maybe a porn site or two. But these are kind of the ads that kind of put us on the map. And in addition to that, just their algorithms and where we the Google AdWords and all the stuff that digital marketing accomplishes, they have done an excellent job. And so this year, our partner of the year, I'm proud to present the award to, is Commando Creative, Luke Anemone. And Luke is in from California, and straight from coming up here, Luke.
Hello, everyone. I guess it's funny because back about a year and a half ago, I was fancy smancy, and we had a Google AdWords set up for people that search gay advertising. And what happened is one day I got a call from Rob here, and I still have the call recording. It was about an hour and 15 minutes. But it was really great. Like I mean, pretty much everything that Rob had mentioned about working with them and trying to, bring the clinic to numbers that they had thought of. I have to really thank Joey, who does all of our creative at Commando. I'm the one that runs the numbers, and he runs the ad, so I almost wish he could be here, but I'm accepting it in his behalf. But I'm just so happy that we've been able to work with Music City Prep. I don't know if you've seen the ads, but we literally, we treat this as our baby, and we do everything we can on a daily basis to make it work, to make it successful, to be a leader, not only in terms of being seen, but also having ads that resonate with the community, because so many times you see ads and they're like, they don't speak to the community in the right way, or they're just not fun. We need to have some fun. So Commando brought the fun. And we also are a little horny, so we brought a little bit of sexual stuff to the ads. But I mean, if you're on Pornhub, and we actually just did a photo shoot for some new stuff, so you'll be excited to see that. But yes, I'm thankful for this award. I'm hoping to work with you all for a long, long time and continue to develop the relationship and get to the numbers that we need to get to. Thank you all.
Next up, presenting Volunteer of the Year, it is Ned. Just Ned. Just you guys know who he is. It's just Ned.
Woo! Thank you. Hold on, where's my award? I don't know. Before anything else, seriously, I want to thank you, Rich, again. Not the way that Rob did, but seriously, thank you because he put a lot of trust in me. A lot of good things. A little bit hard time, but proudly to be here. And I want to put this back to all the clinic team. Angie, where are you? We love you there. Tessa, where are you? Kai, Alvin, thank you so much. Cliff, Donnie, sorry, I whipped you too hard, but you're here. Anyway, I'm here to present a Volunteer of the Year. The volunteering gives you the chance to contribute to something that makes a real and lasting change. In a time when it's so easy to feel powerless. I think that's great. Seriously, I think that's great. But anyway, the volunteer that's here, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I want to totally give my heart to that, the fact that you show up when we asking you to be here and do things that we kind of wow, they did it without we telling them, thank God we don't need to tell them anything. But anyway, one that stand out probably, I don't know where is she, but Allie, where are you? Woo! Congratulations, Allie.
I didn't prepare a speech, so I'll just say thank you. I'm happy to be here. And that's it. Thank you so much.
Next up, presenting Provider of the Year Award is Joe Taylor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joe Taylor, and for those who don't know, I am the Volunteer Chief Medical Officer and Medical Director for Music City Prep. And maybe this is the best job I've ever had. I don't know. Especially one for not getting paid. But tonight, I'm here to present the Provider of the Year Award. This is an award that created a lot of discussion among the administrative staff and myself, because literally every provider really should be considered for this award. It's a phenomenal group of people that truly believe in this mission. It's not just a job, and they have shown it with their dedication and their commitment to all of our patients. That being said, there was one provider who has logged more hours, been there doing everything that was part of the job, assisting with extra reports and projects that were beyond the scope of the job, doing it with a smile, and that is Tessa Stewart.
Thanks, guys. I really don't like this much attention, so I'm gonna get off the stage now. Thank you.
All right, we're down to the final two categories. I brought some notes here. I essentially have memorized it, again, a little stage fright, so I'm gonna, pardon me for looking at the notes. This category is what is called the Be a Hero, Get to Zero category. It's essentially the person or organization outside of our team, someone in the community or in the world who we feel has contributed most to our mission. Last year, it was Mark Irwin. Mark, raise your hand over here. Mark, he's up front. Mark Irwin, through his vision, founded the Prep Clinic in Austin, Texas. And if it wasn't for Mark's hard work and vision to get that done, we wouldn't be here today doing this. So thank you very much, Mark Irwin. The Vanderbilt Comprehensive Care Clinic, established in 1994, is Nashville's original nonprofit medical home for people living with HIV. Last year, the VCCC celebrated a quarter century providing life-saving medical care for all the HIV-positive residents of Nashville and Middle Tennessee. Their founder, Dr. Stephen Rafanti, says, quote, "The first 12 months of the organization's existence, we lost over 300 people, probably over 350 people, almost a person a day. And then you fast forward how many thousands of patients later, all of a sudden, we were able to treat HIV, and then everything changed, and it was like a dream come true, unquote. He told me recently on the phone that back in those days, they weren't treating AIDS. It barely had a name. We didn't even know what was going on, and they were just simply treating symptoms, and people were just dying all the time. The VCCC was the first on the front line in our community, and they held the line. Today, they are currently providing HIV treatment and primary care for approximately 4,000 persons living with HIV, in addition to offering PrEP. The VCCC has been designated as a Center for Excellence by the state of Tennessee and was recently recognized by HRSA as one of the top HIV clinics in America. James Grady, managing editor of Out and About Nashville, wrote last year, "It's clear now, as it was then, that the VCCC is a special place created by extraordinary people. And this year's Hero Award goes to another extraordinary person, Dr. Stephen J. Rafanti, for establishing the VCCC in 1994 right here in Nashville and crafting it into one of the nation's leading primary care resources for persons living with HIV." I spoke with Dr. Rafanti. He can't be here because he's getting a colonoscopy. Accepting the award on his behalf is Dana Hughes.
I wish Dr. Rafanti had given me a little bit of warning as well, but I'll just say thank you. I'm one of the newest providers of comprehensive care and get to work with Dr. Rafanti and be part of this legacy, and it's an honor to be here tonight. So thank you to everyone, and thank you for the work you do in the community.
This is our last award for the night. After this award, don't run off because we have just a little bit more of entertainment to go and you don't want to miss it, okay? All right, the MVP. The MVP award goes to the one individual staff member that has set him or herself or their self apart in the last year. It's not often an easy decision. This person has been considered more than once for this award. I remember when I first interviewed this person for the job, one of our early hires, and I just thought to myself, how can a Cracker Barrel manager help us? And I have to tell you, it was one of the best hiring decisions we have ever made because running a Cracker Barrel is really, really hard. It's almost harder than running a clinic. So the award is going to go to Darren Silvera. And come on, Darren, come on up here. Woo! All right. Stay right there. Stay right there. Get the awards. I'm not done embarrassing you. Okay. So, you know, what can a Cracker Barrel manager do for you? It turns out everything. I encourage everybody to go out and hire your nearest friendly Cracker Barrel manager. Unbelievable tour de force, Swiss knife army, a Swiss army knife of a person, right? We thought he would be a good clinic manager, and he was. We thought he'd be a good insurance person. He invented it for us. We thought he would be a good QA person, and he's doing that too. Every single job that we come up with, he has excelled at it. So Darren, it's just unbelievable. I could go on and on, but we're so glad to have you on board.
Wow. You know, working at Cracker Barrel, I wasn't even going to say this, but now I think I will. Working at Cracker Barrel, we never had an event like this. So I can say this is the best job I've ever had. Thank you, Rich, for believing that I could do just about anything for you. I remember that interview, and he kept saying, well, what do you want to do? And I said, just let me know, and I'll do anything. And he said, no, you got to choose. And I said, well, I'll do anything. And he kept saying, you got to choose. So I chose, and then I moved on and on. From the bottom of my heart, Rich, thank you for the opportunity to show that I can do what it takes. And then, after I got the opportunity, I got to work with Rob. And what a great event that he put on tonight, huh? Rob and your team and everybody else who helped put this on tonight for everybody here, thank you, thank you. I'd also like to say thank you to all of our partners that are here tonight. Appreciate everything that y'all have ever done for us. Avita, the guys from Canvas are here. Tribe, Play, all the tracks, the bars that we've been to. Without y'all's support, we can't do what we do. Also, I'd like to thank all of our staff. This is not an award that just says what a good job that I can do or what I can do. Every award that's given out for most valuable player requires a team behind them. And if it wasn't for the great job that every single one of you do, we would not be as successful as we are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Last but not least, I'd like to thank my beloved husband of 24 years. You know, before we left to come here tonight, he said, I got a sneak peek at who's going to be the awards winners. I'm just not sure about that MVP. You know, we go home some nights, and I can remember in the very beginning that we would go home, and he would say, can we please not talk about work? Can we just watch a movie? And a lot of times I would say, of course, honey, we don't have to talk about work. I remember one night we fell asleep, and there was something just burning inside that I had to talk about. Of course, I don't sleep a lot at night, so 3 o'clock in the morning, he wakes up. I said, can we talk now? And he did. It was something burning, and we needed to talk about it. We talked about it, and then we got up the next day, and we made sure that whatever happened had to happen. It's just an absolute honor to be a part of this organization. I know that all of y'all feel the same way, those of you who work for us, those of you who participate in everything that we do. It's an amazing mission that we're all going to stick behind. Thank you so much.
Okay, this brings us to the closing remarks and then the final entertainment of the evening. Once again, thank you so much for being here. This is an appreciation dinner. I hope you feel appreciated. I, the board, each other. We all appreciate everybody so much, even the people who are the plus ones. We just heard a really nice plus one story from another team member. So this is a big family. I want you to know how meaningful it is to me that so many of you took a risk with us and quit your jobs to come and work for a very, very new organization. Thank you for doing that. We hope we're taking care of you. We appreciate you. Continue to have fun and have a safe evening. And now, on with the show.
Are you guys ready for your special guest? I need a lot of noise for the special guest. I need honking. I want you to scream your heads off. The special guest is amazing. When I heard her first song, when I was a kid, and I heard her first song, I knew I was gay when I was dancing in my room nonstop to her song. Without further ado, I give you pop star Tiffany.
Hey, everyone. How are you? Can I get you to sing with me? Come on, how you feeling? Come on. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think we're alone now, yeah. Children being, that's what they say when we're together. I watch how you play. They don't understand, and so we're running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hand, trying to get away into the night. Then you put your arms around me and we tumble to the ground, and then we say, keep where we're going now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. Beating them up on this sound. How are you guys feeling out here? Come on. Look out the way. We got what we're doing. 'Cause what was they say? If they ever knew, and so we're running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hand, trying to get away into the night. Then you put your arms around me and we tumble to the ground, and then we say, I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. Beating of hearts is the only sound. Oh yeah, I think we're alone now. Don't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. Beating of hearts, yeah. Come on, let me see your hands. Oh, yeah. I think we're alone now, oh, yeah. Running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hand, trying to get away into the night. Take your arms around me and we tumble to the ground, and then we say, come on, wanna ride? I think we're alone now. Beating them up is the only sound. I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. Beating them up, yeah. I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. Beating them up, yeah. Have a good time, you guys. Thank you for having me here. I think we're alone now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me feel your heartbeat. Let me feel your heartbeat. Let me touch your heartbeat. I can change your heartbeat. Let me feel your heartbeat. Let me feel your heartbeat. Let me touch your heartbeat. Let me feel your heartbeat. Let me feel your heartbeat. Let me touch your heartbeat. I can change your heartbeat. Let me feel your heartbeat. Let me feel your heartbeat. Let me touch your heartbeat. I think we're alone now, yeah. Thank you guys. Much love. Be safe. Thank you.